Push record. Okay, so tonight we have Amanda talking to us about how she went diamond, the fastest ever on Team VIP, which is a huge deal. And she could literally go into labor any second while giving this presentation. So just a great example of no excuses. She made it happen. And so I'm super excited to hand it over to her so she can share with us the ways in which she went diamond and her strategies and how to make it happen. Okay, go ahead, Amanda.
Okay. I honestly was really hoping I would go into labor before, but it didn't happen. And to be honest, I really can't take credit for hitting diamond as quickly as I did because I would not have hit it without Raquel and Laura and Jessica and just this team, all the team calls that we listened to and everything. That really is what took me to diamond. So I can't take credit for it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now and get started. This should be short and sweet, and we should have plenty of time if y'all have questions at the end. So I just want to start off by saying diamond is possible. When I first started out, and in January, I guess, they kind of talked about the goal was for the diamond retreat to hit it by May 1st. I thought, okay, that'd be great. It'll be before I have the baby. My business will be taking off. I'll write that down. And then as I started learning what becoming diamond entailed, I was like, maybe that won't be happening for me. So I just want to tell you it is possible and kind of tell you what I did to get there. So how I did it, the daily habits were essential. And I know that everyone talks about this on almost all the team calls. And I kind of didn't listen to it very well at the beginning. I was like, okay, I'll get to that. I'll do that. The push for me was when we did the Team Cup in February. Our team formed a Facebook private message, and every day we were posting on there a picture or listing out who we friend requested, who we invited to a challenge group, invited to coaching, who we connected with, and having that accountability was crucial for me. I had to do it. And creating that habit of posting it, I have just stuck with it since February. And every day I make that a non-negotiable to do those daily habits. It was a hard habit to form, and at the beginning, it was hard to get in that routine, and I had to find what worked for me. And I found what worked for me. The bottom right picture is a picture, excuse the handwriting, but it's just of my calendar, and that's what works for me. I have my calendar sitting out on my bar. I walk by it over and over all day long, and so I know that that's a non-negotiable for me. I need to write down names of who I friend requested that day, who I connected with, and I have to put it down there. And then I do transfer it to a spreadsheet, but I'm more of a paper pencil kind of person. I kind of included a snapshot of the power hour because I know those are awesome. And I just personally was terrible about taking time to print those out and keep them out where I could see them. I like my bar to be clean. And so I would put it away and then I wouldn't bring it back out. So find what works for you and what's easiest for you so that you make it a non-negotiable every day. And I think that an accountability group or an accountability partner, at least until you get yourself in that habit of doing it every day, is very important. Another thing, you'll see the top right corner is a picture of my calendar again with a list of names. So that's another way that the calendar helps me. If a challenger says, check back with me in February, or I want to join your group in June, I flip to June on my calendar and start a list with their names. And I just have who I'm following up with. And so I'm already working on my challenge group for May, already has several people in it, and it's already in the works. And then messaging was very important. I still cringe when I message people, and it's not easy for me still. But once I do it and I have made that, I've met my goal for that day, and I've done that daily habit, it's like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. And I might hear back from them. Usually I do. And sometimes you don't, and that's okay. I just work on how I will follow up with that person. I have their name written down so I can go back and see kind of where I left off with that person. But messaging is very, very important. And at the beginning of my business, I could kind of coast along with people I knew, people I saw regularly, joining my groups and becoming new customers. But once I hit like my third month, I had to start messaging. And they heard through, or they kind of had the bug in their ear through my posts. So the messaging just followed up, and then they were like, sure, I'll hear, I'd like to hear more about that. Another thing is start with people you know. I hit Emerald quickly because I started with my husband and my mom. So starting with people you know is definitely key. Try to get those people on board. But at the same time, don't assume that they are going to get on board. My sister would be and will be one day an amazing coach. She is just made for this. And she's fit and she has tons of people that she knows. She will be amazing. But to this day, she has yet to join a challenge group or try Shakeology or get on board with me. And before I started, I was like, she's a shoo-in. For sure, she'll be on my team. So although you want to start with people you know, don't count on them because they may take a while to come around. And then also socializing. Join as many groups as you can. If you're a dog lover, join rescue groups for dogs. If you have kids, there's so many moms groups out there to join. And don't limit that. That way you're getting your name out there, you're networking with more people, and that's really important. Even things as simple as going to baby showers and wedding showers you're invited to. I know I'm bad about if they're in the afternoon at the end of the day, I'm tired and I'd rather just stay home, or maybe there's other family things, but I know if I just go, I'm networking with more people. I can meet new people, go friend request them. And then also just people I'm already friends with, they're seeing I'm a real person, and it's just gaining that trust that you want to build in order to bring on those challengers. So when you're building your team, I know everyone's talked about this a lot on different team calls, but know what you're looking for. Discount coaches versus your business builders. For me, discount coaches were easier to bring on board because people love Shakeology. They're drinking it already, so it's easy to bring them on. Another one is family members. And so I have to admit that I strategized my way to Diamond by adding my dad. He was one of my last coaches that I added, and he has never tried Shakeology or any Beachbody products. I'm actually using him to purchase Energize for my husband. He wants to order that as a pre-workout. And my husband already gets Shakeology under his name every month because he drinks it. And so I can get the Energize through my dad's account, as well as a boost or the digestive greens or focused energy. All my dad's account needs to stay active as a coach is 50 PV. So that was a way that I strategized using a family member and adding them as a discount coach to help me reach Diamond. Another way to bring on discount coaches is through challenge groups. Make sure to send out the emails about the auto ship that's about to go out, and then posting at the end of the challenge group, hey, we have this discount available, let me know if you're interested. But really, that's not how I have brought on discount coaches. It's following up after that, going back to a spreadsheet, using my Coach Online Office to see, okay, this person's, they're still doing home direct. I write on my calendar again that I use faithfully a week before their Shakeology is going to ship out again, even if they've been getting it for 3 months. I put a week before, I write their name down, put a little note to follow up, and I'll just send them a quick message. Hey, I noticed your Shakeology is shipping out next week. Let me know. I noticed you're still drinking it. I hope you're loving it like I do. Let me know if you are interested in the discount. And that's usually when I will get a response. I found that if I follow up with them at the beginning of the month or wait too early before their shipment's about to come out again, they're kind of like, well, I just got my Shakeology. I'll get back to you on that. Maybe I'll be interested. If I do it right before their Shakeology is about to ship out again, they get on the ball and they get back to me quicker, and they're interested in taking care of it before their Shakeology is shipped again. And then business builders, obviously, those are the people we want to be bringing on. But those are tougher, I think, to find, because you really have to look at what type of character traits are you looking for. You want to attract like-minded people who will want to build their business that you can see yourself working with and building a team with. Private messaging is how I have brought on two of my business builders. One of them was more talking in person, but I have a running group of templates that I private message people. So if it's a stay-at-home mom, obviously I'm going to cater the message differently to her than I would for someone who's working full-time. But maybe they're very fit and active. So I have a different type of message I send that person. And that's how I've gotten the most response. And some people are like, well, I don't know if I really am ready to coach, but I'd love to join a challenge group and kind of see what you do for a little bit. And so I'm putting the bug in their ear. So private messaging is definitely, I think, important, and will push you to help you get those business builders. Challenges are awesome because they already have seen what you do. They see how you motivate people. They probably motivate people as well. And then you don't need a ton of business builders right away. Initially, I was very overwhelmed at the thought of becoming Diamond because I thought I needed to get 8 business builders. Like, where am I going to find 8 people who want to make time for this and who, want to put their whole heart into this like I do? And so then I learned after a while that I didn't have to have all my business builders up front. It's something I can continue to work on and definitely add to my team. But in order to hit Diamond, you don't have to just be looking for business builders. So definitely keep that in mind when you're working towards this. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. This is a picture of my genealogy, just to kind of give you an idea. I have my weak leg and my strong leg. And you can see just from looking here, my emeralds are my husband and then one of my business builders. And I have my mom, and she's a discount coach. And then I have several other discount coaches, one of them being my dad, which I told you I'm ordering the 50 PV a month. And then I have another business builder. So the biggest thing I wanted to point out here is just reinforcing that you don't have to have a ton of business builders right away. And you'll notice at the bottom I have 4 blank arrows, and that's because I know to be a strong diamond, you need to have 6 on each leg. So that's my next goal, is to make sure I put 2 people on my weak leg and 2 people on my strong leg. Because if someone's credit card expires, their auto ship won't go back out, and so they can become inactive, and that can affect your rank. As well as maybe a discount coach delays their shipment or something like that with Shakeology. So it's important to have 6 on each leg to be a strong diamond. I learned that from all these calls and workout. All right. So hopefully that didn't overwhelm you looking at all those arrows and all the people, because I just want you to know it is possible. I'm able to spend plenty of time with my family, especially lately. I've been devoting a lot of time to my girls before this one comes. Just staying consistent with the daily habits. I'm still able to be in organizations. The biggest thing is just time. And one of the graphics I really appreciated that Raquel, I think, posted on Team VIP was a graphic of, you put a lot of time in right now and you may be making a little bit of money, and then eventually you're going to be putting less time into it, and the payoff will be much greater. So just keep working hard and putting your heart into it, keeping up with those daily habits, and finding time that works for you. And I know everyone's schedules are so different. For me, the morning is crazy, and I even get up before everyone else, and it still seems to be crazy. So in the morning, I might make it a priority to post to my challenge group, respond to a few people, and then throughout the day, as I can, I try to respond and check Facebook again at least 1 or 2 other times. But my time is really focused on Beachbody at night. After my kids go to bed, my husband knows where to find me. I'll be sitting down working on my non-negotiables and working on those daily habits. And once I finish those, then I'm done. for the night. But that is really the time that I can set aside for it. So you just have to find what works for you. And I know I've heard all of those crazy schedules, especially like Rochelle. I'm like, I don't know how she does it. But obviously she's doing amazing. So I think we all just have to kind of find which way we can get the daily habits done as far as how we're tracking it, and then also a time that fits our lifestyle best. I kind of wanted to touch for a second on recruiting for challenge groups, just because this is how we get a lot of our discount coaches and our business builders as well. When I started, I was 4 months pregnant, so I was very hesitant to jump in, and I remember talking to Raquel about this the first time I talked to her. I was like, should I just wait until after I have the baby? Because I'm not going to have any transformation pictures. I'm going to be getting bigger, and that's embarrassing. And people, I mean, they're not going to be able to see results that I've gotten. How am I going to bring on people? But I have to tell you, I couldn't have been more wrong. And the only reason that I think I've been able to attract challengers is because of just regular posting about Shakeology, moving up in weights, just working out and being fit, what I'm eating, and then just also, as everyone's touched on in other calls, being real, just showing people, okay, this is, I'm real just like you, and I'm able to get fit and make healthier choices for my family. And so people want to know what I'm doing, and they become interested, and they want to take this journey with me. And so just being consistent in your posts. You don't have to have crazy transformation pictures to get started and to be able to build your business up enough to become a diamond. Another aspect was not only the posts, because that kind of gets people familiar with what you're doing and they're able to see and gain that trust in you, but then I follow up with a message. And when I message them, they already have seen my post. They already kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. But then I have to follow up, because sometimes the messaging doesn't initially work. I have to keep following up with them, and that has been crucial to keep earning those Success Club points every month. And this next part is a great idea that Raquel actually told me about. I created an email group of past challengers, and I just, every once in a while, not every day, just, whenever, send them a recipe. Hey, I tried this. It was delicious. Everyone in my family gave it a thumbs up. I wanted to share it with you all. Specials, when Beachbody did the refresh, that was a great time to send out a quick email to let them know about it. You can send them specials for different challenge packs. And then even upcoming challenge groups could be challenge groups. I've had past challengers sign back up, ordering home direct with Shakeology again, that had kind of fallen off, and join my challenge groups again. And so I just let them know when my next challenge is coming up. And these I'll post on our VIP page, but these are just kind of examples of text messages that I have sent challengers and past challengers about Shakeology, about discount coaching. So I'll post these on the page, though, so you can kind of read through these and copy them and steal them and use them to help your business. And then these are just the same thing. They're Facebook messages, just samples that I've sent people about joining a challenge group or becoming a discount coach. I'll post these as well. Okay, so hopefully that helped a little bit. In the end, I just wanted to end, if you're not diamond already, I have an action item for you to set a goal for yourself. When will you hit diamond? I know if I hadn't set the goal for myself of May 1st, or if the team hadn't set it, that I probably would have given up when I became discouraged, because I had a lot of days where I was discouraged. I would text Raquel and say, oh my gosh, I'm dreaming about this all night. I just want this person to sign up. There's no way I'm going to meet it. I remember telling my husband in March, like, I was just so down. I'm like, ugh, I need to just change the goal. Like, I need to move it back to July. Let me just have the baby. Like, let me just deal with that, and then I will work towards it again, because it's not going to happen. And so Thankfully, I had the goal written down, and I knew in the back of my mind that was my goal. And even though I told myself, don't worry about it if you don't reach it, it's okay, I knew I was still working towards that. And that helped me to keep being consistent in those daily habits. So set a goal for yourself or with a partner when you want to hit diamond. Write it down, tell an accountability partner, put it on your vision board where you'll see it, write it in your calendar if you're like me, and just work towards that because you really can do it. It's very, very possible, I promise you. And I would not have been able to get there without this team, so I can't take credit for it. So you have this team also, so I know you can do it. All right, and that's it. So that was short and sweet, and if y'all have any questions, you can feel free to ask.
I have one. So I was just wondering, so you were saying that you're involved in another network group. I was just wondering, how do you carry a conversation? Because, I'm used to direct messaging. And in my building, there's actually, of where I work, there's a gym downstairs. So sometimes I go to the gym, and while I'm getting ready, there's other girls getting there too. Getting ready. So I do carry a conversation with them, and we talk about like fitness because it's so easy to talk about it because we're in the gym. So it's easy for me, but I am starting to get involved in other network groups. So I was just wondering, how do you get into the conversation of like Beachbody once you're kind of involved?
For me, honestly, people see my posts, and so a lot of times they will ask me about it. They could just say like, oh, you look so cute. I can't believe you're still working out when you're that pregnant. And so I'll say, oh my gosh, like I love 21 Day Fix. It has been awesome. Or I just started this new program. And so that's kind of how I'll fill it in. Sometimes I'll just start talking about Shakeology, being, I'm like, Caroline probably would have for sure gotten sick, gotten what her sister had, but thank goodness she drinks her Shakeology, or just telling funny stories about different things that have happened that I can kind of slide it in there. But more often than not, people are asking me about it, or they're just bringing it up and not necessarily asking, like, oh, I've seen all your posts on Facebook. You look like you're having fun. And so I'll kind of bring it up that way. That's what's worked for me. I don't know. What about anyone else?
No, Amanda, I think you're absolutely right, because I'm involved with a lot of like military puppy stuff, and I've never met these people. But when I keep posting about it, I think you're 100% right. People continuously see your post, and I make an active effort to go to their pages and start liking their stuff or commenting and start trying to build that relationship. And, Abby, just like you said, whenever you go to the gym and you make conversation, that's the first step, is building that relationship and having them trust you. You don't always have to talk about Beachbody. That will come naturally. So building that relationship, building that respect, building that trust, and then it will come, I promise. But just keeping those pipelines of relationships open, that's the key to it.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys.
And also, just to point on this, I love that you say, Amanda, that your sister, like, you've always tried, and Natalie's on this phone call. And I tried to get Natalie to do this for 6 months, and she's finally you see her on the call right now, so you keep trying.
Well, my husband just the other day, he's like, gosh, your sister would be amazing at this. I'm like, yeah, she would hit diamond before I would have. She would be amazing, so I'm going to keep working on it.
She'll come around. Okay, so 2 things that I felt like were so good is that you said at the beginning, those daily habits of friend requesting and sending messages, just hey girl messages and invites. It's a hard habit to create. You were like, it's a hard habit to do it. But once that habit is established, that's really what's going to compound over time to make the biggest difference overall. So yes, if you can get an accountability, we had little group chats, Jenny Bobo was in our group. We had a lot in our team cup, and that was so helpful to get us in the habit. And then what I also loved, and I think that this is key for a lot of people, because when you become diamond, majority of your coaches are discount coaches. You know, if you get 2 business builders, you're lucky. But for the most part, it's discount coaches. So that is totally normal. And I love the fact that you showed how you strategized your way there. Because I think Laura had talked about it at a retreat in October, but sometimes we just got to add family members and get us there because we have the bigger vision in mind. So love that. And yeah, just I love the way that you explained that and showed that. Questions, anybody else? We're all excited to hit Diamond. I just think, Amanda, you're just the cutest and you're just such an inspiration of that. Literally, I remember talking to you and you were like, I just don't know if it's a good time. I'm not going to have a transformation. And you just did it. You just committed. You went all in and just said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And you had great success. And now you can just relax and have your little baby and be set.
And now you're going to have a really good transformation after the
I know. I'm like, okay, I'm taking pictures like right after.
But you know what's really nice about that is you already have like, you know, such a good following that they're going to be like, okay, let's see what happens after she has the baby.
I know. The
And so they're
pressure is
going
on.
to be super motivated. So that's awesome. You've already built so much value up in yourself that people are going to be really excited.
Yeah.
Thank you. The pressure's on.
And let's all take bets on when you'll be delivering.
I was like 10 minutes before the call, I was like, do you think my water could just break now?
I mean, you know you're nervous when you'd rather go through labor.
Right.
Be real.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for breaking it down for us. Super inspiring. And yes, go relax, put your feet up, and can't wait to see your new baby boy.
Thank you. Thank y'all for all your help. Y'all are awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.